Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio. This is the program that's packed with protein and probiotics. It's just downright good for you. It's healthy. This is good Bible study. We need meditation like this, 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week, studying the Psalms verse by verse. That's what Daily Dose Radio is all about, here in the Bible Bistro. And here in the Bible Bistro today, we are looking at Psalm 103, verses 6 through 9. So if you have your Bible, I hope you'll open up to that passage. If you don't have your Bible, you can't get to a Bible at the moment, let me read it for you. The Lord executes righteousness and judgment for all that are oppressed. He made known his ways unto Moses, his acts unto the children of Israel. The Lord is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and plenteous in mercy. He will not always chide, neither will he keep his anger forever. That's verses 6 through 9. And here we have the second grouping of reasons why we're to bless the Lord. Remember, blessing the Lord is the primary purpose of this psalm. We want to do that. David says, bless the Lord, bless his holy name, bless the Lord, O my soul. Forget not all of his benefits. And then he lists 5 benefits there in verses 3 through 5. Come to 6, and suddenly we have this idea of the oppressed. The Lord executes righteousness and judgment for all that are oppressed. Well, wait a minute. What in the world's that about? I mean, if you look up to the list of reasons there in the first part, 3 through 5, we have iniquities, diseases, destruction. He crowns you with loving kindness and tender mercy. He satisfies your mouth with good things. It doesn't really sound like someone's oppressed there. But if you recall, Psalm 102, which we just finished, is all about the afflicted man. Remember, that was the prayer of the afflicted man? So a connection is made with Psalm 103. Here's something I'm going to do. Even if I'm under affliction, I'm going to bless the Lord, O my soul. I'm going to command my soul to bless the Lord. Why? Verses 3 through 5. And then we have these reasons here in chapter 6 through 9, our little second grouping. He executes righteousness and judgment for all that are oppressed. So if I'm oppressed, if I'm afflicted, if I'm down, the Lord execute judgment and righteousness for me. Then we have this remembrance here. We're going to remember what the Lord has done. He made known his ways unto Moses, his acts unto the children of Israel. How did he do that? He did that in their deliverance. So the Lord is delivering his people from captivity. The Lord is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and plenteous in mercy. While they were in the wilderness march, headed toward the promised land, what did the Lord need to show them? He needed to show them mercy and grace. He needed to be slow to anger and plenteous in mercy because the people were stubborn and hard-hearted. And they didn't always believe Moses, and they didn't always do what they were told to do. They didn't always obey. They weren't always pious. They weren't always walking uprightly. And so the Lord showed his great works, not only in their deliverance, but also in his mercy that was expressed to them in the wilderness march. He will not always chide, neither will he keep his anger forever. Why should I bless the Lord? Because the Lord will not always chide. He will neither keep his anger forever. He is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, plenteous in mercy. He made known his ways to Moses and his acts to the children of Israel. He executes righteousness and judgment for all that are oppressed. So you see the second grouping of reasons here in 6 through 9. How beautiful. Not only does he do all that he says he's going to do there in 3 and through 5, but now we have this explanation of God's mercy. What a beautiful thing. All right, join me again tomorrow. We're going to look at the third grouping of ideas about why we should bless the Lord on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.